again, it's important to know, what does this mean? So f of g of 2 says first, let's find out what g of 2 is. If you plugged in 2 into the G machine, that's your blue graph. If you plugged in 2 into the blue graph, you see that you would get 0. So g of 2 is equal to 0. Now I have f of 0. If I plug 0 into my f graph, I have my red graph. What do I get? It's right here. Right? 0, 1. I would get 1. So really what we're learning right now, the math is not extremely hard. The notation is what we're getting used to. What does this new notation mean? And once I know what the notation means, the math is actually easy. Okay? So g of f of negative 1, first we have f of negative 1, I can figure that out. F of negative 1, erase my work from the previous one. Negative 1 is right here. I have the point negative 1 comma 0. Does it make sense that f of negative 1 is equal to 0? And now, what's g of 0? Go to my blue graph. If I plugged in 0, I would get the textbook does some weird things with lines. I actually would just, I mean, you can read it if you want. If the online assignment does some like weird line drawing things, I would ignore it. This is pretty, like, if it's straightforward and easy, no need to make it more complicated. Are you okay with that? Good. Right? So we just find, it's brackets. You do what's inside brackets first. You already know that from BEDMAS. Same idea that way. So you start with what's inside. You can do that first, get a number, and then you're like, oh, I have another function. I can just do that again. All right, questions for this one? 5, 7, 13, and 15.